Hello and happy Halloweeny. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and I thought I was dressed up as a lumberjack, but I had like 5 people tell me at trunk or treat that I am the brawny paper towel man. So apparently I'm the brawny paper towel man, but happy Halloween, everybody. I'm going to catch up here with you so I can see your comments. We had a great time at trunk or treat with Casey, Alyssa, and Bo, but it looks like I need to shave a little bit. Yeah, got to work on that shave. So happy Halloween, everybody. Apparently not a lumberjack. Apparently I am the brawny paper towel man. So I'm going to hold these for a few minutes until the rest of you all get here so that you can see why I have a beard tonight. So hello, Stacy. It's good to see you. So this is chat number 246. Yeah, and we are going to be talking about some fun stuff here in a few minutes. Hello, Hattie. Hello, Tag. Yep, hello, everybody. Let me get adjusted here so I can see you. I broke the case on my phone, so it's having its own little special issues tonight. But happy Halloween, everybody. Hello, Trish. Have no idea how many of you all are going to be here. Hello, John from home base, since it is Halloween. On the way back from trunk or treat, coming back over here tonight. Hello, Myra. I had to slow myself down. So the normal speed that I drive when I'm coming over here, I realized, oh my goodness, there are children out trick or treating. It's Halloween, Kelly. You're dressed up. You know, it's Halloween, so slow down a little bit. And hello, Mindy. It's good to see you. So hello, Vicky. So how many of you all are handing out treats tonight? Hello, Betty Ann. And hello, Carol Lou. Thank you. So yeah, so for everybody, and hello, Betty Ann. Thank you. Thank you. I know it's a thrown together costume. Hello, Joyce. So I hope everybody's having a great time. We're going to talk about candy here in just a few minutes. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Carol from Surrey. So I thought that I was a lumberjack. And I was all prepared to sing the lumberjack song when I came on. Hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. Happy Halloween. Oh, and hello, Joyce. I was prepared to sing the lumberjack song when I came on. And apparently I am the, I already forgot the name of it. Paper towel guy. Anyway, okay. So hello, Trish. Oh, Trisha's happy Halloween, 5:45, and the kids are just now coming out. And hello, Loretta from Virginia. Hello, Myrna. What is it? Which paper towel guy is it? Anyway, whatever. We went to trunk or treat with Alyssa and Bo and Casey, and apparently everybody thought that I was the Bounty paper towel guy. So apparently that's what I'm dressed up as. Okay, so let's get rid of the paper towels. Hello and happy Sunday, everybody, and hello, happy Halloween. Oh, Carol Lou said didn't get any trick-or-treaters and it's her favorite holiday. So I'll just tell you a real quick story. And hello, Deborah from Prince George, Virginia. Hello, Lynn. Quick story, and hello, Lisa from Arkansas. So Karen and I, and all of our families too, that was like our holiday. Halloween was it. So we let everybody else have Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of that. And Hattie said their town did trick-or-treat last night. That was a great idea. But we used to, that was like our holiday. And so John had bought this huge blow-up screen, and we had a camper in our driveway, and we would have everybody come over and we'd make s'mores and nachos and watch a movie, and it was awesome. But anyway, so happy Halloween, everybody. This is chat number 246, and we're going to be talking about fiber tonight. So I know, Halloween night, what a great time to be talking about fiber. But happy Halloween, everybody. It is great to see you. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. If you were watching this later on YouTube, it's Halloween night. Oh, and yes, Betty Ann, I love the scary movies. And I know it's not scary, but I've already watched Hocus Pocus 5 times. And Nightmare Before Christmas so many times that Alyssa is singing it. And I will say this again. If you weren't here last week, if you have not seen Muppets, Muppets Haunted Mansion, you have to watch it. It is fantastic. But anyway, so happy Halloween, everybody, and aloha, Kathy. So if you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com. Today was Halloween, or it is still Halloween right now. But if you're watching it later on YouTube, that's why I'm dressed up. And no, I don't need a shave. Yeah. Oh, and MJ says it was a rainy Halloween for them. So sorry. Okay. So again, chat number 246. We've got a lot to talk about, so I'm going to start talking. I hope everybody is having a great time. And Vicki, I know I am talking super fast because we have a ton to talk about tonight. So it is Halloween. I hope everybody's having a great evening. I hope everybody's staying safe. I do have the last bit of, hello, Sherry. I have the last bit of October news, and the October news really has nothing to do with WW, and yet it does have something to do with WW. So, oh my goodness, and Carol finally watched Hocus Pocus for the first time this last weekend. That is awesome, and hello, Elaine. Oh, by the way, okay, so Casey is accidentally logged on as me. So it's saying that If You Have an Egg is posting. It's Casey. So Casey says that Alyssa and Bo are eating dinner and then they are going to pass out for the night. So I can't wait till you all see how Alyssa and Bo looked. And Bo slept through her entire first Halloween. But anyway, okay, let me take a breath real quick. Hello, Cynthia. So this is Halloween. I do need a shave when I get home. Yeah. Brawny, not Bounty, Brawny paper towel man. Apparently I'm the Brawny paper towel man. Okay, so now that that is out of the way, if you are brand new, I don't dress up every week. This is Halloween, okay? In the United States, it's Halloween. I guess is it Halloween? It's Halloween everywhere. So yeah. So anyway, we are jacked up on candy. Didn't eat any, but Alyssa ate enough for all of us. And hello, Marlene. And we got a lot to talk about. This is the last weekend in October for us. So we do have quite a bit to talk about. But if you are brand new, I don't dress up all the time. So go ahead and tell us hi and hello. We would love to welcome you. We are a very nice, welcoming group who, doesn't look like this all the time. And hello, Jean. Oh, yep. And now Casey's on here as herself. So hello, Casey. Okay. So last bit of news for October that literally has nothing to do with WW, and yet it has a lot to do with WW. The first thing is my friend Laura is a lifetime WW member. And, hold on a second. Kathy says, after 20 months, their studio opens on Tuesday, and she's going to put her tush in a chair. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yay. So extra Bravo stickers for that. Awesome. And hello, Sherry from Southwestern Florida. But anyway, so my friend, that's awesome news. My friend Laura is a lifetime WW member. So she made Lifetime a long time ago and has stayed there. And I have to just tell you, I'm so proud of her. So she is a WWer. She does still, she's awesome. I mean, she has been a lifetime member for, I don't even know how many years. I'm gonna have to ask her sometime. And as long as I've known her, she has been one of those enjoy your food while staying on a budget people. Okay. So, I mean, she's done that for as long as I know. So she's been an advocate for that for as long as I know, as I've known her. And I'm so excited to share her success. She won, the show. Let's see, it is on, I'm going to make sure I say the right thing. So it is on the Food Network, and the show is called Grill Masters. Oh my gosh. So a lifetime WW member, my friend Laura, she won Grill Masters. So you're going to have to go check her out. She is on Instagram. It is so it's the @ symbol and then Laura's Table, LARASTABLE, or you can visit her website, www.laurastable. She has some fantastic recipes, and I'm so excited that she won. So congratulations to Laura. So that's awesome that a lifetime WW member, she's made it big. Anyway, so she won the whole show. It's so exciting. And she's also a Knoxville girl, so that's a little extra kudos for her. More exciting news, I have been selected to enter not one, but 2 recipe contests. So I was invited to enter these. The kind folks over at Big Mountain Foods have invited me to enter their Big Mountain Foods Blogger Recipe Challenge, and everything that they sent me, so they sent me all kinds of food to use for this, it's all meatless. So if you are one of my meatless friends, vegan, vegetarian, if you just like to eat meatless some nights a week, a few times, occasionally, every night, whatever you want to do. They have sent me a bunch of things for us to try. And also JSL Foods has invited me, they've asked me to join the Fortune Noodle, and I want to say all this right, the Fortune Noodle Stir Fry Blogger Recipe Challenge. So lots of fun things coming because they sent me 2 huge boxes. So, and one of them came from Canada. So that was pretty exciting that we got a shipment from Canada. But anyway, so two contests coming up. So that'll mean lots of new recipes. Y'all are going to have to help me out because I'll be doing videos, and y'all can be, helping me taste test things, through the video. And if you're here in Knoxville, you can come by, you can swing by like Melissa did, and you can try something. But anyway, so exciting news on that. So those are kind of WW related because I'm going to try to make the recipes WW friendly. So wish me the best of luck on that. Okay, and then the last bit of news for October, from what I can tell, we are less than 2 weeks away from the new WW plan rolling out. Yes, I know it's already rolled out in Australia and New Zealand. You don't need to tell me that. Everybody keeps telling me that. I know. I go outside. I read things. And thank you, everybody, for the congratulations. So we're just entering. Haven't won anything yet. But yes, I do know that it's already come out there. From what I can tell, we are less than 2 weeks away from it coming out here. So the dates that I've heard are November the 7th, the 11th, the 14th, and the 18th. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm assuming that we're going to get a little bit more news Tuesday night when we go to our meeting. But anyway, so it's coming soon, and you all will know when I know. So when I find out, you all will find out. But I did a little survey on Facebook. So I wanted to let you all know how this survey came out. So I did a survey on Facebook, Instagram, and and Connect on WW Connect. And so what I wanted to know is how everybody was feeling about how this new plan, what they were feeling about the new plan. So these are how the results came in. So again, it was on Facebook, Instagram, and on Connect. And these are how the results came in. So 63% of you all said that that as far as the new plan comes out, that you were 63% of you all chose option A, that you were excited. Let's do this. Okay, so 63% of you all were excited and ready to go, on the new plan or to see what the new plan entails. 22% of you all, hello Evie, 22% of you all chose option B, which was, I'm nervous. What is it going to be? What is this plan going to be? 13% of you all picked option C, which was, I'm mad. Why do they keep changing it? Why do they keep changing this? I just got used to everything. Why do they keep changing it? And 2% of you all were, I'm just going to ignore it and it will go away. So that is so a lot of us are excited. So 63% of us are excited to see what's coming. Quite a few of you all said, you know what? I need a new kick in the pants. I need something to get me going. So for the 2% that are just going to hide and don't really want anything to happen, I'm sorry, y'all, you're going to have to hang in there. And for the handful of you that didn't even realize that something new was coming, surprise! Every 2 years there's a new plan. So surprise, there's a new plan coming. Okay, so first I need to know, and it's Halloween night, and this is Halloween week. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Everybody scream. So if Alyssa's watching, everybody scream. Ah! Anyway, I need to know who sat their bottom in a chair. So if you sat your bottom in a little chair this week, or if you attended a Zoom meeting, give me a thumbs up. So if you're watching with us live, there are little buttons down at the bottom if you're brand new, and you can touch one of those. There's a thumbs up button and a heart button. Oh, and Linda had her witchy bottom in a green chair, a spooky green chair this week. So thumbs ups and lots of thumbs ups already. So thumbs ups if you had your bottom in a little chair, or if you attended a Zoom meeting this week. And hearts if you attended here with us live, or if you watched it later on YouTube. Again, it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. So hearts for that. Ooh, there's lots of thumbs ups and hearts. So I did both. You can do a heart for both too. So I'm going to do some thumbs ups and hearts for that too. And again, if you're watching this later on youtube.com, or if you are reading this on the blog later, so Jessica will be posting this in a couple of days on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Yep, and see, like Myrna did thumbs ups and hearts. Cynthia's thumbs ups. Lisa is... Whoop, and Casey quit texting me while I'm trying to do a live chat. Anyway, so lots of thumbs ups and hearts. So bravo stickers for everyone who attended a meeting or attended here with us or went to a Zoom meeting or watched later. Or maybe you just watched it later to catch up. So the whole month of October, we have been talking about what happens in your body when you eat and drink. And so, I've been thinking that we've been getting dropped little Easter egg hints this entire month about what the new plan is going to be. So last week we were talking about water. So we were talking about drinking water. And we found out that many of the things that we have heard about water over the years either is not true, or it's not necessarily true for everybody. Things like water makes you fuller, water helps you lose weight, but water does do a lot of good, and water is going to be very important. Okay, I'm in a group text during a live chat. Y'all calm down. Anyway, so a lot of the things that we have been talking about this month are necessary. Water is going to be a necessary part of this. And what we're talking about tonight, water is going to be a very necessary component of this. Okay. So I know I'm talking fast, but last week we were talking about water. And so everybody has to find their own water level, like how much water is enough water for you in a day. And so last week we were talking about different ways to keep track of that. There's a printable planners. There's the Plant Nanny app that you can use. WW has it on your WW app. There's a place for a water tracker, and we're going to talk about something interesting that I don't know if you realized it or not on there, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. But your homework for last week was hashtag H2OGO, and you were supposed to find one way to track or add a little more water into your day, and then you were going to snap it, type it, tag us, do all the things to get your super cool badge. And so let's see how you all did. So last week, Gwen. Yes, and I'm talking about our fearless leader, Gwen, my fearless leader, Gwen. So Gwen has a water bottle that her friend Barbara gave her, and so she normally keeps it by her bed just so she can get some water at night and not have to get up. But this week she decided to use it during the day, and it has the hours marked on it. So it's a water bottle and it has the hours marked on it, and it also has little things on it like way to go, keep going, you're doing great, whatever to keep you encouraged. So the first day that she used it, she actually got a little ahead of her water goal. And so she changed her app to reflect 32 ounces as a serving so that when she finished that 32-ounce bottle, she could track 1 water and it would automatically track 32 ounces. So did you know you could do that? Did you know that you can change that on your app? So I won't be able to see what y'all are saying for just a second, but I want to show you how to do that. So if you go to your WW app, and if you go to, like on mine, water is right here. So if you go to water, there's a little cog next to it, so it looks like a little gear next to the water. If you touch that, then you go to water settings. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I don't know if the light's glaring on it, but you can go to water settings and you can turn the tracker, you can toggle it on or off so that you can track water or not track water so that it won't even come up. And you can do custom serving sizes. So if you toggle on custom serving sizes, then it changes to, and I hope you all can see this, it changes to, there's a lot of reflection on that, and I want to wipe my face so bad because I feel like there's something on it. But anyway, you can change it to anywhere from 9 ounces up to, and you can scroll. Can you see that I'm scrolling through this? Up to, and the top one is 99 ounces. So if you have a tumbler like Gwen does that's 32 ounces, or if you've got a 16 or a 20, or something like that, every time you finish that, if that's when you want to track your water, instead of tracking every time you, and then you have to hit confirm. So instead of tracking every time you drink, a glass, or if you finish the 32-ounce tumbler, instead of tracking that as 4 glasses of water, you can adjust that. So thank you, Gwen, for that little bit of extra information. And hello, Deborah. Anyway, so thank you, Gwen, for that. So that was how Gwen tracked her water this week, and she actually got ahead of her daily goal. Lynn drinks at least 3 32-ounce size drinks every day. She drinks at least 3 32-ounce drinks every day of either water or unsweetened tea daily, but she uses lots of ice and a straw. So is there anybody else who finds it easier to drink water if you do use a lot of ice and especially a straw? So I'm interested to see, raise your little virtual hand, give me a thumbs up, say yes, me, or something. Let us know if you find it easier, because a lot of people ask all the time, what's an easier way to get in water? I don't know, I can't pick it up and drink it. I don't find myself drinking a lot. So do you think that's an easier way? Lots of thumbs up. So apparently a lot of you all do like ice and straws. So I know, I'm just going to say, I love water. I've been drinking water my entire life. I drink more water, now, but I've been drinking water my entire life. John loves water. We drink a lot of water. Sherry's got her hand up. Marianne's got her hand up. So we do drink a lot of water. John and I literally can just chug water. We can drink at room temperature. We drink a lot of room temperature water, but I know so many people who just don't like it. They don't like water. See, Myrna does too. Myrna always uses ice and a straw. I know a lot of people who just don't like water or who have trouble getting it in. And they say if you will use ice and a straw, it makes a difference. I don't know what the difference is. Hello, Sylvia. I don't know what the difference is, but I've heard a lot of people say that if you don't like water, that if you'll use a lot of ice and drinking it through a straw makes a big difference. So maybe you want to try that. That's what Lynn does. And then Sandra shared a super cute meme to remind us, and the super cute meme said, why do we drink water? And the answer was, because we can't eat water. Is that not so true? That was hilarious. I love that one when she shared it. So that was hilarious. So Gwen, Lynn, and Sandra, and everybody else who did your homework this week, there you go. Lots of Bravo stickers, so extra Bravo stickers, and they have point-free Halloween candy on these Bravo stickers. So there you go, everybody. Okay, this week we are talking about fiber. And so that your WW app for this week, it says the food swap that can keep you full. So I don't know if you realize this, but fiber, and just in case you don't, and there's nothing wrong with not already knowing this. Everybody didn't grow up with my mother, okay? So fiber, when eaten as fiber found in foods, it can get bigger. It does get bigger. It does lots of things. We'll talk about that here in just a few minutes, but fiber can make you fuller and keep you fuller. So way back in the day, when it was called Weight Watchers, we had a plan, and Gwen tried to say that this plan was 30 years ago. Okay, I've only been doing Weight Watchers for 25 years, okay? So it's not that old. And I'm not that old, just kidding. So we used to have a plan called fat and fiber, and that was all you tracked. You didn't track anything else except for fat and fiber. So you were trying to control how much fat you took in, but you were also trying to get in a minimum amount of fiber. And it's funny because on the fat and fiber program, if you had a mother like I did, you blew through the amount of fiber that you were supposed to have on a pretty regular basis. So for me, it actually limited the amount of fiber that I was going to consume because, my mom had me eating so much of it. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of things with fiber. There are a couple of different kinds of fiber. There is insoluble fiber and soluble fiber. So insoluble fiber is in non-starchy vegetables and fruit. So you can't find fiber in anything except for vegetable, fruit, grains, things like that. There is no fiber in meat. There is no fiber in dairy unless it's been added. So if it's been added to that, that's different. But naturally occurring fiber, insoluble, is in non-starchy vegetables and some fruit. So insoluble is mostly in non-starchy vegetables and in a few fruits. So things like carrots, broccoli, grapes, raspberries, and that can help regulate your blood sugar. So yes, Lynn, exactly. So it's plant-based only. That's a much easier way to say it, isn't it, Lynn? So fiber is plant-based only. Since my since my mom became vegan there in the last few years, then it was probably the last 10 years. But anyways, after she became vegan, we ate a ton of fiber. Okay, a ton. So that's insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber is found in whole grains. Okay, Debbie. Debbie's a little bit late. So Debbie did not see that I am the brawny man for Halloween, since it's Halloween. Okay, so hopefully everybody who's watching this later on YouTube will realize that I don't need a shave, and I seriously feel like I should touch my skin. Anyway, that I don't need a shave, and that this is for Halloween. Okay, so, and we just got back from Truck or Treat, Debbie. Like, literally, I walked in, 40 minutes before the chat. So, okay, so soluble fiber is found in whole grains, beans, and starchy veggies like potatoes, acorn squash, and it's a digestion must-have. So you have to have a certain amount of soluble fiber to keep things moving along. And we'll talk about that here in just a second. And it can also help to keep your cholesterol in check. So when we've been talking about, as we have been sneaking up on the new WW plan, and again, I have no insider information, none, other than you need to have your login and password. In case you didn't already hear that, you need to have your login and password. It sounds like we're going to have a hard reset on the app, so make sure you know your login and password now. You don't want to be one of the thousands of people who are begging for help on the day, whatever day it is as we switch over. But anyway, that's the only insider information I have. So I've just been listening. I've been using my listening ears. I've been looking, I've been reading, I've been thinking, what could all of this add up to? And I've predicted, and we'll see here within less than 2 weeks, we will find out if all of this is leading up to the new plan being things more concentrated on how we eat. So like how I eat, how you eat, not how all of us eat, but individually how we eat, what the kinds of things that we eat, because I eat different things than you eat. So it only makes sense, maybe the program can be customized, to each of us individually, based on what we do eat, how we eat, because we're all different. All of us are different. So instead of being put in a little, Weight Watchers box, maybe the box is going to be opened up for each one of us. But anyway, I think also ultimately it is talking about continuing to be healthier and healthier and healthier things. I know for sure that there are going to be new things for diabetics. Fiber is going to be critical for that. So it's going to be absolutely critical. Yeah, I know, Lynn. I think that's another Easter egg. I think it's a little Easter egg of information. So again, we will find out. Casey, stop. So anyway, we will find out here in, less than 2 weeks. We're going to find out all the information. So fiber is so good for you for so many reasons. Fiber does help to fill you up. So I think it does help in your weight loss journey. Fiber helps things to move along, if you know what I mean. If you ever have, I don't know, like during the holidays or whatever, if you've ever kind of gotten backed up and sludgy and things aren't quite going as quickly as they normally do, and then you did some kind of a detox, and sometimes the detoxes involve eating things that are higher in fiber, or some kinds of shakes and things that have a little bit more fiber or things. And I'm not talking about like Metamucil and things like that, because that's a little bit different. You're kind of tricking your body into having fiber. I'm talking about real fiber-rich foods, things that have a lot of fiber in them. Once that starts going, it's like it cleans all the, it's like the fiber grabs all the icky stuff all the way down. Does that make sense? And kind of cleans out those areas. So one of the things you need to keep in mind. So a couple of things you need to keep in mind when you get ready to start working on your fiber, which it sounds like we're going to be working on all of these things here soon, is don't go too hard too fast. Okay, this is not one of those go big or go home things, because with fiber, if you go too big, you will have to go home. Okay, just saying, if you go too big, you will have to go home. So don't increase it too much. Maybe increase if you don't even know how many grams of fiber that you're eating a day. Like my mom knew exactly how many she ate every meal and every day, and she had a goal for every day. Like every day. So if you don't even know how much fiber you're eating, might want to start keeping track of that. You can go back and look in your app. So where you've been tracking your food in your app. Hello, Barbara. Happy Halloween. So where you've been tracking your food in your app, you can go back and look and see, you can go back and look at pull the things up and see how much fiber you've been getting. But if you've been getting, say, I don't know, 10 grams of fiber a day, don't bump it to 25. It's going to be a disaster. Bump like 5 grams at a time. Also want to drink plenty of water, because fiber, if it bulks up too much and you don't drink enough water, it's going to kind of sit there. And it's going to have the opposite effect for a little while of what you're wanting to do. So drink plenty of water with it, and make sure that you get insoluble and soluble. You don't just want one or the other. You want to get plenty of insoluble and soluble. And again, for those of you who are not big vegetable eaters, not big plant eaters, just pick whatever your maybe 2 favorite things are from the insoluble category, and then from the soluble category, maybe pick those. You can eat them every single day. Group text. Anyway, you can eat them every single day. You don't have to have a wide variety of things. So there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so quickly, let's go back. Fiber. There are lots of ways. That you can add fiber to your diet. You can look at your cereal boxes. So Corn Flakes, even Raisin Bran does not have as much fiber as, you can look at some of the other fiber cereals like Fiber One. Cheerios have a shockingly high amount of fiber. Oatmeal has a lot of fiber. Instead of mayonnaise, you can use avocado. And they mentioned avocado in the weekly this week. So I'm hoping that on my personal plan that avocado will be 0. That would be awesome. And I know several of you would love that. Not saying that's going to happen. Just wishing. I'm still just wishful thinking. Okay. And like if you want a snack, if you grab popcorn instead of pretzels, that's going to add some fiber. So your homework for this week is hashtag, hold on, Fiber Fix. So it's hashtag Fiber Fix, hashtag FIBERFIX. So hashtag Fiber Fix. So that is your homework for this week. And I want you to find one swap out. So I want you to fix your fiber with one thing. So I want you to either switch from Frosted Flakes to Cheerios and let us know how many grams of fiber you added, or switch from, I don't know, pick something. Pick something. So pick some little thing that you can switch from this week, that you're going to switch from one thing, or just adding something. Like if you're going to add something that has fiber to something that you would already eat. And thank you for sharing that, Lynn. Thank you for sharing the homework hashtag. So you're going to tag me in everything: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Nobody's done their homework on YouTube in a couple of weeks. So anyway, I hope you will do that. So everybody do your homework. We are at the 30-minute mark. So everybody grab some water. Hope you'll do your homework though, but everybody grab some water real quick. Again, I just came dashing in from Trunk or Treat with Casey, Alyssa, and Bo. And so I don't have any fancy water today. Sorry, it's just plain old spring water today. But everybody grab some water. And since I am dressed up for Halloween, I am not going to put the apron on. We will just have to tell Casey, hey, this is the halfway mark when you see the glass of water. Okay, so everybody grab some water real quick. And if you are new, this is getting ready to be the second half of the chat. The whole chat is an hour. Or, so Casey posts it as an hour-long chat, and then she posts the second half as its own chat, so that if you just wanted to see the second half, you can just watch that. But normally I would be putting on an apron, but since I'm dressed up like I keep forgetting what it is. Yeah, the paper towel guy, the brawny. Since I'm dressed up like the brawny paper towel man today for Halloween, yeah, not putting on the apron too. Talk about being a sweaty mess. I've got the air cranked down to like 58 in here. Thank you for that. So, hold a second. Debbie says, oh, 28 grams is 1 point. Yeah, so I just realized I was thinking 28 grams of fiber, and I was like, wait, Debbie, wait. Don't get people to eat 28 grams of fiber right off. She's talking about avocado. Okay, so this is, what chat number was this? I'm so jacked up with Halloween, I don't even know. I think it was 246. 246, very good. Okay, so chat number 246. We've been talking about the whole month of October, healthier eating with WW, the new plan coming up. But it's Halloween. Today is Halloween. So we are going to talk about 13 ways that you can use your leftover Halloween candy. So if you didn't hand out any Halloween candy, if you didn't get stuck with any of it, congratulations to you. Good job. If you did, if you're like me, and I didn't really get stuck with any, then you might need some little things to do with it. So you don't want to get stuck with a whole bag of Snickers, but if you have one or two, there are some fun WW friendly things that you can do with Halloween candy. First off, I want to say thank you to Frida at Grace Lutheran Church, because they hosted Trunk or Treat tonight, and she also provided individually wrapped candy. So she provided one each of the little candies that I needed, so that I did not have an entire bag of candy. So I bought a bag of candy, and then I traded it with her to have, I gave her the whole bag of candy of one kind of candy, and then she gave me back an individually wrapped, smaller one, Halloween treat size. So thank you very much, Frida from Grace Lutheran Church, for that. That was a big help. Thank you very much. And the kids had an awesome time. Okay, Sandra. So Sandra says put the leftover candy in the freezer. That's a great idea for someone who has forgotten how to get into their freezer. I can eat a frozen Snickers faster than anybody that you've ever seen. So these are 13 ways to use your leftover Halloween candy. Even if you just ended up with one or two. First thing to keep in mind, Halloween candy, if you have these little snack size, so these little snack size, the little individual size, these little tiny, Halloween size. I'm not talking if you went to the store and bought full size candy bars and full size bags of Skittles and things. I'm not talking about that, okay? I'm talking about little tiny, individual things of candy that you can get at Halloween. So those are anywhere, depending on the candy, they're anywhere from 1 to 6 points, depending on what it is. See, Debbie says frozen Reese's are her favorite. So freezing the candy would just encourage me. Just saying, yeah. But that's a great idea. That is a great idea. Thanks for sharing that. But I would not be good with that. So, what was I going to say? Oh, if you go to www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and search Halloween, you will see a fairly extensive list of Halloween candy, snack size or treat size Halloween candy with its point value. So I'm not going to give you the point value of all of these tonight. It's Halloween. I've been out trunk or treating. Yeah, I've been out trunk or treating. We've only got 25 minutes left, so I'm not going to go through all of the points on this. You can go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, search Halloween, and I have most candies pointed there. So I'm just going to say, you can't see this, but I do not have any candy corn here. So I'm going to talk about candy corn in a second, but I did not get any candy corn from Frida because it's a problem for me. So candy corn has the highest number of points of any of the snack size Halloween candy. So I'm going to talk about it in one of these, but I did not ask for any or get any because I knew that it would be a problem for me. So, okay, here are 13 things that you can do because it's Halloween, so it has to be 13. So here are 13 things that you can use, 13 ways to use your leftover Halloween candy. Number 1, yogurt. So I love, y'all have seen all those flips. You've seen like the Dannon flips, and you've seen different things where it's yogurt on one side, and then it's got like this little container, of some kind of like something, on the other side. This is perfect. So you can take, like if you had, let's see, any of this. So if you've got this little teeny tiny Snickers, if you've got a Twix, which let me just point out, this is hilarious. The Twix bars for Halloween are actually marked right and left, okay? They're marked right and left, and because they're marked right and left, I made sure that I got one of each. What difference does that make? What possible difference does that make? But that commercial works great on me. So instead of buying, the Chobani Flip, it's Chobani Flips. I think I just said the wrong name. It's Chobani Flips. Instead of buying those, if you already have yogurt, or if you've been making your own yogurt with plain non-fat Greek yogurt, just, chop one up. I mean, give yourself a treat. Come on, it's Halloween. But you could chop up any of the Halloween candies, and that's a left Twix. I don't know if left Twix is better than right Twix in a yogurt. But anyway, so that's a great way to use some leftover Halloween candy. So that's number 1. Number 2, this has been flooding my newsfeed. So Pound Dropper has a recipe for easy pumpkin crisp, and I think a couple of you all have made it. So if you're one of the people who has made Pound Dropper's easy pumpkin crisp, go ahead and raise your hand or give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know that you're out there. So it looks fantastic. I have not had a chance to make it yet, but I think I'm going to be using some of the pumpkin that I froze in the super cubes. Thinking I'm going to be doing that. So it looks like somebody has made it because I see some thumbs ups going by. But Pound Dropper's Easy Pumpkin Crisp, I think would be amazing with a crushed up Butterfinger on top. What do you all think? If you've had it, if you have had her pumpkin crisp, let me know. But I thought it would be fantastic as a one-time treat. This is just after Halloween, okay? This is a one-time treat. I'm not talking every single time, but I thought that would be great. And that recipe is going to be posted on, Jessica will post it when she posts this chat on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. She's going to post the link to that recipe. So you'll be able to find Pound Dropper's Pumpkin Crisp. You can also find her on Instagram. I think it's just WWPoundDropper. You got to go find her. She hasn't never made anything that I didn't want like right then. So I think that would be fantastic. Then we have the Cheesecake Fruit Dip that we make on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. We've made that a couple of times in a couple of different varieties, variations, whatever, here in the live chats. But on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, if you search for cheesecake, you will find that it's just the Cheesecake Fruit Dip. Okay, my mom would have been all over this. Her favorite candy was Whoppers. So, okay, I take it back. Her favorite candy is Bit of Honey. That was her favorite candy, but her favorite Halloween candy was Whoppers. So she used to always grab these out of our bag, and when Alyssa was little, she would grab these out of Alyssa's bag too. But, she was like obsessed with these things. So I think our Cheesecake Fruit Dip was one little crushed up thing, like one serving of that with some crushed up Whoppers on there, and dip apples or bananas in that. I think that would be so yummy. That recipe's already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and again, just search for cheesecake. Okay, we also have a pumpkin overnight oats recipe on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and remember all those little half-cup servings of pumpkin. Oh, that was Celia's mom's favorite candy too. That's awesome. All those little, and even after my mom had to get dentures, she would leave her dentures out, and she would just suck these until they melted. And thank you very much, Carol. Carol Lou has posted the Pound Dropper recipe, so I'm excited to go try it. That, and then the pumpkin overnight oats. I'm gonna, and don't go get some. Find a trick-or-treater who doesn't want them and get one. Get one little thing of them. That's what I did tonight, thanks to Frida. But all those little half-cup things of pumpkin that I put in the super cubes last week, I think I'm going to be using those to make the Pound Dropper's Pumpkin Crisp. And also, we already have a pumpkin spice overnight oats recipe on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. But instead of using the chocolate chips on the top, for that one, that is what I'm going to try. And I'm just going to get one little thing, a little teeny tiny, the tiniest little thing I can find of the candy corn, because I thought chopped up candy corn on the pumpkin overnight oats, I thought that would be fantastic, and it would be very festive too. You don't just have to have that for Halloween. That would be festive for any fall holiday. Okay, the next one. I really want to try this one again too. So we have, let me think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we have 11 pumpkins. So between Casey Kitchen Center and Alyssa and my trip to the pumpkin patch last week, I think we have 11 pumpkins. So we have plenty. We will have plenty after the season. We will have plenty of pumpkins to hollow out and get the seeds out of. And I'm thinking about making some of Drizzle Me Skinny's pumpkin spice granola. So that's another one that if you haven't seen it yet, please go over to drizzlemeskinny.com, or you can follow her on Instagram. It's just Drizzle Me Skinny. Go there and look for the pumpkin. It is pumpkin spice granola. And when I saw that recipe, I thought, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing with the 11 pumpkins, because I'm pretty sure you can freeze it. So I think I know what I'm going to do with the 11 pumpkins that we have. But I thought that would be great for one of those servings if we were going to do it like as a snack mix, like if I was going to just, be snacking on it. I thought that would be a great way to use a mini bag of M&Ms. So from, just a mini size bag of M&Ms, I thought that would be great in that. So it sounded like a great, I don't know, just a snack mix, kind of like a trail mix or something. So that's Drizzle Me Skinny, and it's pumpkin spice granola. And I thought that would be really good with some mini M&Ms. Okay, I'm going to breathe for a second because we have some time left. And if we get done early, we will get done early, and I will just go home and collapse after the trunk or treating and doing this tonight. Okay. The next thing, y'all are going to think I'm crazy, but who likes sweet on their sweet potatoes? So raise your little virtual hand, give me a thumbs up. Shout out, do something if you like sweet on your sweet potatoes. So I'm sorry, I think white potatoes, russet potatoes, Yukon Gold potatoes, I think those should be savory. In my opinion, sweet potatoes should always be sweet. So Sylvia does, there are a lot of you, so I can see a lot of thumbs ups and a lot of hearts. So a lot of you all think that sweet potatoes should be sweet. I thought this would be fantastic to make a sweet potato and then put just a little bit of light butter on it. So oh yeah, Sylvia says brown sugar. So we talked several weeks ago, about different kinds of butter and light butter and butter versus not really butter and I can't believe you're not butter and all the things. So your choice of butter sprays, things like that on it. And then a chopped up Midnight Milky Way. So I did a little bit of research on the internet, and apparently dark chocolate. Oh, and Marlene's eating a sweet potato right now. Apparently and Sandra says use sugar-free maple syrup. That's a great idea. But I looked on the internet, and apparently dark chocolate is fantastic on sweet potatoes. So this is a Milky Way Mini Midnight. It's a midnight, so it is a dark chocolate Milky Way. So how fun would that be to have a sweet potato with a little tiny bit of your favorite, whatever your choice of butter is, and then a midnight Milky Way. I thought that sounded fantastic. I thought that sounded super, super good. Okay, so that was another one. Then I know Myrna is on here, and several of you like the recipe that we already have on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com that is for the fluffer nutters. So fluffer nutters are so easy to make. You just get these little, and I think Athens is the only brand that I've ever seen, but Athens phyllo shells. So these are little tiny phyllo shells. And let me show you the back. In case you've never seen these before, here are some of the things that you can make with them. But Myrna likes these. I love the fluffer nutters. So I think it would be fantastic if you had use the fluffer nutter recipe. And again, that's on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So use the fluffer nutter recipe. And if you got any of those little mini, just the Hershey's, either Hershey's or Hershey's Dark, if you got those in your trick-or-treat bag or you were left with those, chop one of those up. Or, I don't know if you've ever done this or not, but you can take a potato grater. You can take a potato grater, or you can take a lemon zester, and you can run that little teeny tiny chocolate bar on there, and you make little chocolate shavings. That would be so good on that. So it would be the fluffer nutter recipe, which is so easy. Only make a few because you're going to eat every one of them that you make. But that is on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and just type in fluffer, FLUFFER space nutter, NUTTER. And again, when Jessica posts this, she will post the link to the fluffer nutters. But the Athens phyllo shells, they're already made. So I'm going to show you these again. It's already made into the little phyllo shell. So there's nothing to shape. There's nothing to thaw. It's just super simple, and they fit perfectly down inside of the little tiny mini muffin pan. So, I mean, they're perfect. They're so stinking easy. You can do chopped apples in these and put something on the top of them. It would be fantastic. And you're going to find these in the freezer section. So, across the street at Food City, not that any of you all are coming over to Food City, but across the street at Food City, they are in the freezer section, and they're on the same side as the fruit. Let me think. At that Food City, they're on the same side as the fruit and next to the other, like, top, phyllo shell things. Okay. So that would be really good. That would be a good way to use that. Also on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, there is, and I'm wanting to dig out all of these. Oh, Trish is gone. Trish is gone to trick or treat or hand out candy. So Trish, just keep all of this in mind. But on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and then I'm wanting to go make all of this like now. Luckily, Frida only gave me a small amount of candy, so I don't have too much that I have to deal with. But there's a recipe for a frozen yogurt bark. So it's bark made out of non-fat plain Greek yogurt, and there's lots of different things you can put in there and mix together and then freeze it. But I thought, how good would that be? I mean, how fun would that be, and good to make one using the mini Skittles, because that would be colorful. It would be fun, and you're going to use non-fat plain Greek yogurt. So for those of us that are on purple, that's going to be 0 for right now. I don't know what it's going to be here in a couple of weeks, but you could use the Skittles on that, and that would be so colorful and so fun, and I would get my Skittles fixed. So thank goodness Frida only gave me 1 bag of Skittles, or we could have a problem here. Okay, next one is from Hungry Girl. So Hungry Girl has an absolutely adorable recipe. If you have not seen it, please, you've got after this chat, you can go look. Don't go look right now unless you're watching me on your phone, and then you can go look on your computer. But Hungry Girl has a super, super cute recipe for Cookie Monster mousse shots. So it's mousse, but she's colored them blue, and then she has purchased she got these little eyeballs they're just Wilton. I think they're Wilton, so they're sugar, but little eyeballs. But I thought, how cute if you got left with some red vines or some Twizzlers or something like that. You could make Cookie Monster's mouth. You could make that with the Twizzler or the red vine, and that is on hungrygirl.com. And the recipe is called Cookie Monster Shots. So you can go find that on her website. I haven't seen it on her Instagram yet. I'm not sure if it's on there, but you can definitely go find it on her website. And again, Jessica will have the link to that posted in the chat notes when she gets those done here in just a couple of days. Okay, next, I don't know how many of you all eat these. I keep these in our refrigerator at home. I personally prefer the dark chocolate. So these are pre-prepared, and right now these are 2 points each. Again, don't know what's going to happen in a couple of weeks, but these are pre-prepared Jello puddings, and they're the sugar-free pudding. So I know they have fat-free and they have sugar-free. The sugar-free tastes better, and it's just 2 points for the whole cup. So again, I prefer the dark chocolate. They have dark chocolate, and then they have milk chocolate, and then they have one that is vanilla. I think they also have vanilla, and then they have one that's like vanilla and milk chocolate, together, or like in the same cup. But I thought this would be really good to do sugar-free chocolate pudding with gummy worms. So if you had any little packets of gummy worms, or if you got any little Haribo gummy bears, that would be super cute. But for some reason, gummy worms taste really good in chocolate pudding. I don't know why. Can't explain it. But gummy worm consistency things taste really good in chocolate pudding. Don't ask. I don't know. Okay, so that would be super good in that. Whew, I feel like I'm talking 6,000 miles an hour. We have got 10 minutes. We may actually finish early tonight. Okay, then bananas, because bananas are good for you. These little ones, people ask me all the time where I get these little teeny tiny ones. This is about the size, what the old serving size was of a banana. So way back in the day, again, on WW, bananas used to be 2 points. So for those of you whining about our current system, our current plan, a banana this size would be about 1.5 points. A good sized banana would be 2 points. So we had to cut bananas in half to have a 1 point recipe. Just have a 1 point recipe. I know, take right, but I'm trying to get rid of the Halloween candy. But so these little bananas, if you're here in town, I get these at Food City, and they're in a little bag. They're a little tiny bag, and they're like for kids. But I love the little ones because that's just enough for me. The big banana, the bananas that are that long, that's a little bit too much. So that probably should have been 2 servings. But this is like a 1 serving banana. So I think it would be awesome to take a 1 serving banana, unless you're really hungry, and then you can get a big banana, and then cut it up. So go ahead and chop it into little banana medallions and put just a little bit of whipped topping on there, and then anything chopped up and sprinkled on there. So you could do a right Twix, you could do a left Twix, and remember, these are, depending on the size, they're 1 point to about 5 points, depending on the size, and you can find out how many points they are on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and just search Halloween, and it'll tell you the Halloween size candy. Again, this is not, I did not, on the website, I did not point full size chocolate bars, full size bags of Skittles. This is for the Halloween size. So they're the little snack size or the little treat size. And yeah, Sylvia says, I can remember when a serving of fruit was a half of a banana. Exactly. I know. So, oh wait, and Take says, I'm not the only one that looks for those little bananas. Yep, nope, you're not the only one. I get them too and always wash them. But anyway, so that banana sliced into the little round banana medallions with just a little squirt of light whipped topping, and either a left Twix or a right Twix or any of these things, any of these treats chopped up and put on top, and you would have, a 3 to 5 point treat. And I mean, how fun would that be? I mean, that would be a super fun treat, and you would feel like you had Halloween, because you got to enjoy that treat. Okay, the next to the last one is a Snickers blooming onion. My goodness, a Snickers blooming apple. So I did not have time to make you one tonight. Sorry. The girls decided they wanted to go to trunk or treat instead. So we did that. But the blooming Snickers apple recipe is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. It's a little complicated in the slicing. So if you don't want to do all the slicing to make the apple actually bloom, that's okay. You can just cut it into quarters. You could cut it into 2 halves, but you're going to bake the apple. So if you do the slicing, don't do the slicing. If you just decide to cut it in half, however you decide to do it, you are going to cook it in your air fryer. So easy to bake an apple in the air fryer. I mean, it's like ridiculously easy, and it's not, good night, Betty Ann, and it's not going to overcook. You're just going to set it for the amount of time, and then you can walk off. You can just walk away and leave it, because when it's done, it's going to cool down and it'll be perfect. But when I make these, I make them with a snack size Snickers in there, and depending on how many points I have, sometimes I'll put 2 in there. But with the Snickers in there, and it comes out perfectly because it's a freshly baked, smells so good apple filled with Snickers that's chocolate and peanuts and caramel and all that. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. And if I have enough points, then to that I add a little bit of whipped topping or a scoop of some kind of light ice cream like Halo Top or Enlightened or something like that. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, you're going to love this. And that's on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. You can look up blooming Snickers apple, not onion, Kelly, apple. Okay, and the last thing, this one is going to be a Marlene. Yeah, you can microwave it. I don't know how long to tell you, but yes, you could do that. Or you can make them in the oven. I just like the air fryer because when they're done, and I can walk away and they'll cook themselves. Okay, this last one, I have to be really super careful with. So if you have a lot of people that you can enjoy this with, go to town, go ahead and use it all up. But this is called trash can air pop popcorn. And all you have to do, and I wish I could have gone ahead and made some of these things for you. I'll try to make a few of them as I'm getting rid of this candy during the week. Just to show you what it looked like, because you don't have to just do it for Halloween. But trash can air fryer popcorn means that you're going to air fry some popcorn. Air pop. See, I just said air fryer. You're going to air pop some popcorn. You're not going to cook popcorn in your air fryer, okay? So back that up. Back it up. Air popped popcorn. So pop you a good sized bag of air popped popcorn. So for some of us, depending on what color you're on, that's going to be 0 points. And then whatever mix you have left of candy. So let's say you've got a Snickers and you've got some M&Ms and a Butterfinger. Let me see. You could throw some Skittles in there. Just go crazy. So You're going to take that and then you're going to put it out into a baking dish and spray it with nonstick spray. And then you're going to chop these up into little chunks. So like the Skittles, I would probably cut them in half, the M&Ms in half. If you're using Snickers or Butterfinger, cut them into as small of chunks as you can. And then you can bake this not for very long. You're just going to put it in the oven just long enough for the candy to start to melt and then shake it up real good. So always do that with a friend though, because that one can get dangerous real fast, depending on how much popcorn you made and how much candy you have in there. But that is trash can air popped popcorn. So again, start with air pop so that you've got the least number of points, and then just chop up whatever you've got left. Make sure you have a friend. Make sure that you are eating this in front of witnesses. Don't just make it for yourself, okay? And it's great and fun to make with kids, because then, what did we talk about in the first half? In the first half, we were talking about fiber. None of this is plant-based, okay? None of that is plant-based. So your children are eating this right now as we speak. If you make the trash can air popped popcorn, if you make that, guess what you just put back in there? Your kids will never know that this was air popped. They will never know that it wasn't regular movie theater butter, you know, whatever. But you just introduced some fiber back into their Halloween diet. So, okay. I'm going to stop talking. You all have a great rest of your Halloween. If it is early where you are, have fun trick-or-treating. Try to limit how much candy you end up with at home. I wish you the best of luck on that. If you have any leftover Halloween candy, I hope you will try one of these things to give yourself a little treat, but to not trick yourself, okay? And again, I think we are less than 2 weeks away from some big exciting news on the new plan, on the new WW plan. So I hope you all will stay tuned for that. I am going to attempt to attend whatever the first meeting is of that week. I'm going to attempt to attend that one. So y'all have a great Halloween. Don't keep all the candy there at your house. Try to do something with it or get rid of it. That's just my only suggestion. But y'all have a great evening and a good Halloween. And if you're watching this on YouTube later, this was Halloween, okay? I don't always look like this. And I cannot wait to go home and wash this off. I want to rub this so bad. But anyway, so if you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. Go ahead and let the next video roll over, and go ahead and click this little button down here to subscribe. And if you haven't yet, you should. And several of you have, so I'll thank you for that. And go ahead and check that little bell so that you will be notified when the next video comes out. But y'all have a great evening. I've had fun again. Yep, but I'm going to go home and shave and then get rid of this candy. So y'all have a great evening, and I will see you next time. Good night.